we didn't have that type of money to put into Pacquiao, he would have gone.
10 milyong dolyar. Ito daw ang tunay na dahilan kung bakit hindi nanalo si Manny Pacquiao laban kay Jeff Horn.
I had it 116, 112, Manny Pacquiao.
At sabi pa ng iba, parang may yabang daw si Pacquiao noon sa press conference nila.
Manny Pacquiao arrives 45 minutes late.
Boxing fans, maligayang pagbabalik. Ngayong araw, bubuksan natin ang isa sa pinaka-kontrobersyal na laban ni Pacquiao, si Jeff Horn. Mula sa madilim na bahagi ng buhay niya kung saan muntik siyang magpakamatay hanggang sa 10 milyong dolyar na bigay nila kay Pacquiao para pumunta sa Australia. At ang tila bang mala-mafia na trap nila kay Pacquiao. Sa latest interview sa kanya, ating kumustahin ang kalagayan ng Australiano. Enter Jeffrey Christopher Horn. Jeff Horn started boxing for protection.
I'll probably just go learn some martial arts or something because I'll be going out night clubbing and stuff with the girlfriend and know how to protect her, protect myself, and that's where I found boxing.
Proteksyon dahil si Jeff Horn ay biktima ng grabing pambubuli noong kabataan niya. At tila bang may trauma na dulot ito. Anong klaseng pambubuli nga ba ang nangyari kay Horn noon?
A gang of 30 guys followed us after school. They just slapped me across the face, and then with my other mate, they slapped him across the face as well. And we just felt so demeaned. I remember them leaving us and us walking back to our friend's place and just feeling so down on ourselves.
Binuli si Jeff Horn at kanyang kaibigan ng humigit kumulang 30 mga kabataan na kung saan daw umano pinagsasampal siya. At dahil dito, nagdulot ito ng depresyon na kung saan gusto niyang kitilin ang sarili niyang buhay. Buhay na saksi ang ina niya.
Jeffrey did say that he had thoughts of committing suicide, that he just felt alone. He goes, I don't say that I was going to do it, but I thought of it at the times when the kids were really being bullied to me.
At kinumpirma din ito ni Jeff.
It's a distant memory now, but I can remember the feelings that I had. They're the things that stand out to me, and I can remember feeling horrible. I can remember not feeling very happy about my life and not really wanting to be around anymore. So I almost did a silly thing, and I would have never done what I've been able to do.
Ngunit Jeff Horn started late sa boxing when he was 19 years old. Very, very late kung plano mong magtagumpay dito.
I just always wanted to be a sports star. It was soccer in my brain. That's what I was picturing and hoping for. But when that disappeared, I still had boxing, I guess, there. And I was like, well, this is the sport now I want to have a crack at.
Pero ang nakakabilib din kay Jeff, motibado ito na magtagumpay sa larangan na pinasok niya.
I think I was basically 19 by the time I was like, okay, I'm going to train to have my first boxing match. And that's why I trained basically about 8 months or so for my first match where I had it nearly 20 years old.
At dito pumasok ang Australian coach niya na si Glenn Rushton.
Through the management of Glenn and just making sure that like I was beating guys that he thought I could beat. And I believed in myself because he believed in me, and I did the work because that's all I needed. That's what needed to happen to get the victory. So I just kept on taking on guys that I wasn't meant to beat and knocking them over and getting paid good money to do it.
Isang martial artist na naging boxing trainer ni Jeff Horn. Ang coach na ito din ang nagdala kay Jeff Horn sa Olympics noong 2012 at ang pinakapamosong fight sa karera niya, ang Manny Pacquiao fight. Ngunit ang tanong, kumusta naman ang record ni Jeff Horn nung nagsisimula pa lang ito? Siguradong masosorpresa kayo sa sagot.
I'm pretty sure it was about 18 losses in my amateur boxing career, and I had 66 matches. Basically, I'm losing, but there were such necessary losses for me to improve. Like, the losses in boxing is where I learnt the most.
Jeff Horn is not a good amateur boxer. As a matter of fact, he lost 18 out of his 66 fights. And honestly, it's not impressive. Pero what he lacks in talent, binabawi naman ito sa motibasyon.
All you can do in life is you might not be as good as what you could be, but as long as we're getting better every single time.
Ang motto ni Jeff Horn, get better every single time. Kumbaga, kahit di ka talented, dapat nag-i-improve ka sa mga ginagawa mo. At dito, nag-improve si Jeff Horn. Hanggang sa dumating ang Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, well, that was the dream for me, right? Is to verse someone like a Floyd Mayweather or a Manny Pacquiao. I got the dream come true when I got a phone call after being number 2 in the world, climbing my way up that ladder, to get a phone call from Manny Pacquiao's team going, "Do you want to fight for $500,000 and a bit of pay-per-view money and for in Australia, in Brisbane?" I was like, hell yeah! Why? As if I'm going to say no to this. I'm getting paid probably 20 grand to fight before that, and then it turns into a $1 million payday basically.
$1 million payday for Jeff Horn. Ito ang unang pagkakataon na nakakuha siya ng ganitong bayad. Masaya man siya, ngunit hindi siya masaya sa inasal ni Pacquiao sa unang press conference na nagkita sila. Bakit? Etong sagot.
Having that fight against Pacquiao, knowing how boxing kind of works and how they favour the champion and all that type of thing, and the A side, Pacquiao was all of that. He was the champion, he was the A side, he had everything going for him. You could tell he was pretty cocky throughout it, just being on his phone and late and things like that. So he was a superstar, so I felt like I had to knock him out to get that victory.
Ani Jeff Horn, Pacman was cocky. Kumbaga, hambog at presko. Late na nga, nakatuon lang palagi sa phone niya. Feeling nila, binabasto sila ni Manny. At bilang isang teacher, nainis si Jeff Horn sa inasal ni Pacquiao.
Just looked like he was paying zero attention. And for me being a teacher, I was just like, oh, I can imagine if one of the kids at school was doing that. I'm just like, they would be in trouble, that's for sure.
Di nakatuon ang pansin sa press conference. Kumbaga, kung student pa niya si Pacquiao, binato na niya ito ng pambura ng pisara. At sabi nga niya noon sa press conference, sa kultura natin, pambabastos na ang tawag nito.
Look, in our culture, I think if someone's on your phone and there's about 100 people here come to watch and he's shown that he's not listening and not really caring about what people are saying by being on your phone.
Bastos nga ba ang inasal ni Pacman noon? Pero tatanungin natin, hindi ba nasilaw sa kasikatan ni Pacman o ninervyos man lang si Jeff Horn nang kalabanin niya si Pacquiao?
It wasn't something that I would kind of focus on. Like I tried not to think about the things I didn't have the control over. All what I had control over is getting as fit and strong as possible to try and beat that man across the ring. I did have to have some thoughts of that to go, okay, you're going into a stadium full of people. You're going to ignore that.
Tunnel vision. Kumbaga, gaano man kalaki ang laban at ang pagkakataon, focus lang siya kay Pacquiao.
Oh, I was hoping to stop him, of course, hoping to get him with a good shot, but it doesn't always happen. And unfortunately, I was like, if I wasn't able to knock out Manny Pacquiao, if I wasn't able to do that, I was like, they're not going to give me the decision, because that's kind of how boxing kind of works. The promoters will never really let that happen.
Nakakatawa nga lang kasi Jeff Horn's strategy was to knock out Pacquiao. When in fact, in round 9, siya yung almost ma-knock out ni Pacquiao. At nakakasurpresa lang kasi siya yung natakot na nakawan kahit nasa balwarte nila ang fight noon.
I guess I was signed under Bob Arum for a 2-fight deal after that. I was super shocked when I heard NU. It changed my life.
Meron palang ugnayan si Jeff Horn at ang promoter ni Pacquiao na magkakaroon siya ng 2-fight deal pagkatapos ng fight na to. Maari bang ito ang naging rason ng mga judges na nakawin ang fight ka Pacquiao?
Congratulations, great effort. I thought you lost.
Ngunit ano nga ba ang strategiya ni Jeff Horn noon against Pacquiao?
What was your strategy against Manny?
Look, it was to basically fight fire with fire, really. Like Manny was explosive, come forward kind of fighter that threw a lot of punches, and I was like, well, I could sit back and try and counter the guy, but normally he would probably end up knocking those guys out.
Apoy laban sa apoy, ngipin laban sa ngipin. Ito ang nasa isip ng Australiano. Jeff Horn knows na kung aatras siya kay Pacquiao, not unless kung high-quality defensive fighter ka, Pacquiao will figure you out.
What did I do? I was gonna come in bigger and stronger than Manny Pacquiao. He's not going to be able to handle me coming at him and throwing these hard punches and fast punches at him, and that's exactly what happened in the fighters. I hurt him.
Bigger and stronger. At sa nakita natin, dirtier din pala. Effective ba ang strategiya niya? At may isa pa siyang ilalantad sa atin na maaaring naging sanhi ng pagnanakaw sa panalo kay Pacquiao.
It was a big kind of thing to try and organise, and lucky I had a promoter. He had the team around him as well to be able to have those discussions and talks, and with governments and stuff like that, to be able to organise such a massive event. If the Queensland government weren't involved in that fight, it would never have happened. I think they're the ones that forked out the $10 million to get Pacquiao here. That's what he got paid. We didn't have that type of money to put into Pacquiao. He would have gone.
Tumataginting na $10 million plus pay-per-view money. At kung naaalala nyo pa, Pacquiao was supposed to fight the current pound-for-pound fighter ngayon na si Terence Crawford.
Since before, I'm wanting to fight Terence Crawford, but I don't know why they don't give it to me. I want to fight even before Jeff Horn. Why Jeff Horn and why not Terence Crawford?
Ngunit ang promoter na si Arum ay pinili si Jeff Horn. Literal na ninakaw ni Jeff Horn sa atin ang pinakamagandang fight sana noon nung bata-bata pa si Pacquiao. A prime Terence Crawford versus a very capable Manny Pacquiao. Nakakalungkot man, pero dapat nating harapin na boxing is a business. At when Manny speaks, lahat ay nakikinig, including na ang referee sa fight na ito, na si Mark Nelson.
Listen, I'm here to protect you, okay? I'm here to protect you, okay?
At sa kontrobersyal na laban ni Manny Pacquiao at Jeff Horn, malinaw ang naging papel ng referee na si Mark Nelson. Maraming taga-subaybay at eksperto ang nagsabing kulang sa kontrol at kumpiyansa si Nelson sa pagpapatakbo ng laban. Sa buong 12 rounds, halos walang babala o point deduction laban kay Horn. Kahit paulit-ulit itong gumawa ng mga dirty tactics tulad ng rabbit punches, headbutts at excessive clinching. Sa mata ng marami, ang ganitong pagganap ng referee ay hindi patas para sa karamihan. Ngunit Jeff Horn still insists na panalo siya kay Pacquiao at patuloy ang pag-iinsulto umano sa kanya ng mga Pacman supporters kahit sa social media.
I can put up a picture of my family doing something on a holiday or something, and I'll still get flack from people saying, you're not a world champion.
Really?
You're a disgrace to the sport. I know in myself, so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. I felt like I won that fight, so it doesn't matter.
Nanalo ba talaga si Jeff Horn sa labang yun? O niluto na ang labang ito bago pa man ito naganap? Sa mga content na tulad nito, suntukin ng like and subscribe for more boxing content like this. Salamat, BoxingTayo.
BoxingTayo.